Good evening and welcome to the channel's studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. It's a year to the day since Hamas attacked Israel, killing around 1,200 people and taking 250 more hostage, sparking a war on several fronts in the Middle East, which has killed tens of thousands of people. Israelis marked the first anniversary of the devastating Hamas attack in Rhym, the site of the music festival where more than 360 people were killed and dozens taken hostage. President Isaac Herzog presided over the memorial ceremony, which began with the last track that was played at the party a year ago. Ceremonies also took place at kibbutz villages and towns near the border throughout the day. Women in Tel Aviv created a human chain to honor the remaining 101 hostages. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu visited the Jerusalem Iron Sword Monument, lighting a candle there. At the time of the attacks, he phoned President Joe Biden and told him that we've never seen such savagery in the history of the state, not since the Holocaust. Since then, Israel has inflicted many terrible days on the Palestinians in Gaza. Nearly 42,000 people, mostly civilians, have been killed, according to the Hamas-run health ministry. Much of Gaza is in ruins. Palestinians accuse Israel of genocide. The war has also spread. 12 months on after Hamas went on the offensive, the Middle East is on the verge of an even worse war, wider, deeper, and even more destructive. Ceremonies have been taking place across the world to remember those who died in the Hamas attacks a year ago today. British Foreign Minister David Lammy visited a North London synagogue to commemorate the victims of the October the 7th attacks, as well as the hostages held by Hamas in Gaza.
The worst attack on the Jewish community since the Holocaust, and of course thinking about the many hostages that are still held in Gaza and their loved ones and the pain.
Ukraine's military says it has carried out a strike on a large oil terminal off the coast of the occupied Crimean Peninsula, the latest in a wave of attacks targeting Russian-controlled energy facilities. Footage circulating on social media appeared to show smoke rising over the Odessa terminal. Officials in Kyiv said the country's missile forces launched the strike on the largest oil processing facility on the peninsula in an attack overnight. Russian-installed officials in Crimea have not confirmed the strike, but did acknowledge a fire at the facility. 2 Chinese nationals have been killed and at least 10 injured in a suspected suicide attack near Karachi airport in Pakistan. A third body, not yet officially identified, is thought to be that of the attacker. The Chinese embassy in Pakistan said the explosion on Sunday night was a terrorist attack targeting a convoy of Chinese engineers working on a power project in Sindh province. The separatist Balochistan Liberation Army, which has in recent years carried out attacks on Chinese nationals involved in development projects in Pakistan, has said it carried out the attack. Floridians have been told to prepare for the US state's largest evacuation effort for years as a new hurricane heads for the Gulf Coast, which is still reeling from another historic storm. Hurricane Milton off the Mexican coast, a storm that could threaten lives when it reaches the state's west coast in the middle of the week. It comes just 10 days after Storm Helene, the deadliest mainland storm since Katrina in 2005, tore through the US southeast, killing at least 225 people. Hundreds of others are still missing.
These are obviously local decisions about evacuation, but you have a storm where the range of possibilities are basically the entire Florida peninsula on the Gulf Coast. The storm's going to be powerful enough to potentially generate major storm surge. So I would anticipate anybody in like barrier islands or those low-lying areas are probably going to have an evacuation order.
And the 2024 Seoul International Fireworks Festival has taken place at Yeouido Hanghang Park in Seoul. The theme of this year's fireworks festival is Light Up Your Dreams, and the festival attracted teams from South Korea, the United States, and Japan to participate. The Seoul International Fireworks Festival started in 2000 and celebrated its 20th event this year. The festival attracts nearly 1 million residents and tourists every year and is one of the representative festivals in South Korea. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the channel's studios in Lagos.